Hello everyone. Many of us usually hear the word credit score, especially if you're living in UK, in Canada or America, but UK to be precise. What is a credit score? A credit score or credit rating is a 3 or 4 digit number that shows how reliable you are with money. It gives a snapshot of your credit history and how you have managed debts in the past. So typically, the higher your credit score, the higher your chances of being approved for new credits and for larger loans. This is simply because a high credit score suggests to lenders that you are a very good borrower and that you keep up to your repayment plans. And the lower your credit score, the lesser your chances of getting some credits living in the UK or living overseas, because it suggests to lenders that you are a bad debtor and that you might not keep up to repayment plan, and it simply shows that you are at risk of not paying up whatever you've borrowed. So now you can see how important it is to build your credit score. Hello everyone, my name is Mideche. If you are new here, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking by. I want you to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't, that subscribe button, just click on it, and don't forget the notification bell. That's the bell like symbol beside your screen, so YouTube can notify you whenever I post a new video. In this video, I'll be telling you the 10 simple steps that I used to improve my credit score or to boost my credit score, and I will urge you to also do the same. The very first step that I'll be mentioning in this video, and it's like the simplest of them all, is to prove where you live. You can register on the electoral roll at your current address, and you don't even have to be in a flat. You can live in a shared apartment, you can live with your parents. Wherever you're living, you can actually register on the electoral roll. I'll leave a link on your screen or in the description box. It will take you down. If you click on it, it'll take you down to where you can actually register on the electoral roll in the UK, just like registering to vote. The number 2 step to actually improve your credit score is to build your credit history. This is very important. If you don't have a credit history in the UK, it is very difficult for lenders to assess you or to check up your credit history over a period of time. And with this, it will be difficult for you to get a lot of things done. And the fact that many of us are new in the UK, when you come to the UK, obviously you have no credit history. At that point in time, what you can do to help yourself is to actually build your credit history. Because many of us are quite new in the UK, and when we come in, we want to get a phone, we want to get a laptop, but if you have a good credit history, you can actually walk up to HP and get a laptop from them, like a finance, and they lend you money. They give you the product while you use it and pay over a period of time. Those are the benefits of having a good credit history. You can go to Apple, get a phone, and pay over a period of time, because at that time you might not have the cash at hand. So build your credit history. If you have a good credit history, it will allow you to have access to all of these things. But then you are new. You ask me, I don't have a credit history. How do I own a credit history? That's what I'm saying. You have to build it. Okay? And there are many ways that you can actually build your credit history. So build your credit history. That's the second step. Another way to improve your credit score is to make regular payments on time. So now you've gotten some credit products, okay? Maybe you have a credit card, you're using your credit card, and then it's time, maybe at the end of the month, that's the deal, for you to actually pay up your used funds, the money you've used in your credit card, and you are nowhere to be found. You are always missing your payments, the instrumental payments, you are not even keeping up. By doing this, you are drastically ruining your credit score. So it's very important that when they give you a credit facility and they tell you that you should pay at the end of this period or at the end of that period, it's very important that you ensure that money is very available in your account that they need to debit from. It is very important. So frequently missed payments can actually ruin your credit history. Paying your credit in full and paying in time shows the lender how reliable you are with money. One of the mistakes I made when I was trying to build my credit score was I actually engaged in some credit facilities, like took credit here and there. Sometimes I buy things and split the money over a period of time. That's a credit facility. Sometimes I go shopping and I actually split the money, like I don't pay at once, I split it, or I buy things and pay at the end of certain days a month. These are credit facilities. And because I was saving and I was taking money as my salary is dropping or my income, I take a big chunk of money into another account and I leave little or no money in the main account. So when it's time for me to pay my credits or my debts, they don't see money to take out to debit. And with this, I was ruining my credit history. I don't want you to do that. That account that they need to debit to get the credit facility out at the end of the stipulated period of time, it's very important that you leave some money in that account. So keep up with your repayments. It shows how reliable you are. The fourth point I'll be mentioning in this video is that you keep your credit utilization low. The lower your credit utilization, the better for you. And what do I mean? Usually, when you're granted a credit card and you're given £2,000 for that credit card, and then you use £1,000 out of that 2,000, that is a 50% utilization. But then when your credit limit is 2,000 and you're spending like 1,800 at the end of the month, what? That's way too much. That's above 70%. And then you ask me, what is the standard credit utilization percentage that is good for you? You shouldn't go above 30%, to be honest. 30% is just okay. On a very bad month that you really need to use money for many things, you can go 50%, but that should be all. Don't have a credit limit of £2,000 on your credit card, for instance, and you're spending 17. That is too much. Low credit utilization percentage actually has a very positive impact on you. It shows the lenders that you're not desperate to actually exhaust your credit limit, if that makes sense. Because if they see that you use your credit card too much, you are always there spending on it and not even repaying, that makes it worse. It gives a very bad impression about you, and it shows that you might actually be at risk of not really paying up your debts. So keep your credit utilization low. Moreover, engaging in an instant credit score boost is also very good for you. And what do I mean? There are many companies that help to check your credit score, like Experian, I'll leave it on your screen, like TransUnion. If you've registered with any of these companies, you can link them with your current account. So when you do the link, they can actually monitor how you're paying money, how you're being responsible. So they monitor your good or responsible financial behaviors, okay? They monitor how you pay your council tax, how you pay your rent, how you pay your school fees, and all of those things. They see it. So when you have any case, maybe you want to get a mortgage, okay, you want to get a car, they can actually show the lenders or the products or service providers that, oh, this person has actually been engaging in a very good financial behavior and they are well trusted. They are reliable. You can give them the products and they will pay over a period of time. We'll be monitoring them. Simply, that's what it is. If you want to know more about this, just go to Google, type Experian or type TransUnion, compare both, the one you want to use. I don't really know which is really best, and then you can check on how they can do an instant credit score boost for you and then follow the protocol. Moving forward, another thing you can do is that you need to check your credit report, that every of your data or your information on there is very accurate. Because if there is any mistyped spelling or error, even in your address on your credit report, can actually be a red flag for your lenders, and they might not actually grant you credit facilities just because of this. And if you don't know, your credit score or credit report actually carries your details. It carries your name, your address, it carries so many things about you. So you have to ensure that everything is well stipulated, right, and spelled correctly. And apart from the accuracy, you must ensure that everything on there is very up to date. And then if you do spot any error or any mistake on your credit card, ensure that you contact the credit provider or credit report provider. They will amend it and they might send what is known as a notice of correction with your credit report, especially if it's been dispatched or if it's been sent to wherever it's going to. Maybe you want to get a mortgage already and then you're already noticing the mistake, so they can send a notice of correction with it explaining why that happened or whatever, and then it will be corrected accordingly. And then monitor your credit file for any fraudulent activity. when you're assessing your credit report or your credit history, and you notice any transaction that is not familiar to you or that you don't really understand, please raise alarm. Tell the necessary credit provider, credit score provider, or wherever that you're dealing with, and let the necessary protocol be followed. Because if fraudsters gain access into your details, they can actually take credit in your name. Okay, it's not impossible. I know many of us think, oh, the UK, it's really safe, and they're, as much as it is safe, there are many fraudulent activities going on. Have you received text messages before telling you that you have a delivery somewhere? People even use people's addresses to get products, illegal transactions, illegal purchases. So you have to be very careful. If you notice anything fraudulent in your credit report, in your transaction, whatever, just raise alarm as necessary. Another important tip that you can bear in mind to help you boost your credit score is to avoid moving houses a lot. Yes, you heard me right. I know that this is quite unavoidable sometimes, but you should bear in mind that the more you move houses, the more you are showing lenders or credit facility providers that you might be having issues with rent and that you are not stable. So you should ensure a form of stability in your circumstances. I know that sometimes you can't really avoid doing this, but bear it in mind that it might have an impact on your credit score. However, keeping your old accounts running is actually very important in also boosting your credit score. And why is because this shows a long credit history. So when lenders see that you actually have a long-standing mature credit accounts, it actually interests them. It shows that you can be very reliable, and it shows that you have successfully been running multiple credit accounts. And what does this show? It shows that you're good with money. It shows that you are very good in repaying your loans or your credit facilities. And then using a small portion of your credit facility also goes a long way. I think I've mentioned something like this: the lower you use, the lower your credit utilization percentage, the better. So finally, to boost your credit score, consider getting a credit builder card. And what is a credit builder card? When you get your credit card, it might briefly make your credit score to go down a little bit, but the more you use it, the more you use your credit card to buy day-to-day essentials, and you're repaying in full at the end of a stipulated period of time. That's good habit or good financial or responsible behavior. That's what makes your credit score to go higher. So why a credit builder card is different from a typical credit card is because this helps you to boost your credit score higher than a typical credit card. And then this card, it actually has lower credit limit. Like, it doesn't have as much credit limit as a typical credit card will have, and it has higher interest rate. Like, it attracts higher interest. This is just to discourage you from really using it a lot, but the little you use, the more it builds your credit score. Credit rebuild card, it helps to rebuild and strengthen your credit score. And however, this card functions just like a typical credit card, apart from these differences that I've mentioned. And you can use this card. It's very good to buy your day-to-day essentials. Use it for your grocery shopping, for the things that you use over and over, like very often, and pay back in full. Don't miss your payment. Avoid late payment. The more you pay in full, the better for you. I'll actually do another video on why you should actually improve your credit score, but in this video I'm only talking about the ways that you can improve your credit score. I hope this video has been helpful. If you really like it, or if you've learned anything, please kindly give it a big thumbs up. The more you like my video, the more YouTube suggests it to other viewers. If you've not subscribed, please kindly subscribe. Don't watch this video and go. I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, you know how we do it. Peace and light always. Bye guys.